What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates for you guys to enjoy. So if you haven't already, do make sure you have subscribed. Did you know 61% of you haven't subscribed? So if you are enjoying the content, please do subscribe. We're on that push to 25k subscribers, now less than 50 subscribers away. Is today the day we hit 25k? I certainly hope so. Also, don't forget as well, social media links are in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes once more is the like goal. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And lastly, I wanted to give a big shout out to Gary Young, the latest JSGC member, absolute legend, helping to support the future content created here on my channel. If you want to become a JSGC member too, all you need to do, press that join button, which you can find next to the subscribe button. So let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off with the out, and we've got an update on James McAtee. Now, Manchester City, they want to keep James McAtee around the first team squad for next season. That's according to The Athletic. They're not the first source to report on that either. I do believe that is the stance from the club. Manchester City are keen not to lose McAtee, of course. Don't want to lose one of our most promising upcoming young players that we have got at the club. But he is wanted by Leeds United. Now, Leeds United, they'd like him. They're not bothered if that is to be on a loan move or a permanent transfer. Man City do not want to lose James McAtee. However, it is believed, according to The Athletic, that the longer the Calvin Phillips situation drags on between Leeds United and Manchester City, City do believe that McAtee could be used as a bargaining to try and make that transfer happen. It could be a case that City could say to Leeds, we're struggling here to agree a fee, so we're going to let you have McAtee on a season-long loan, and we will have Calvin Phillips if you'll agree to the money that we're willing to pay. It could be a case that City include McAtee it would be a lot simpler for City to rather do it as a direct swap involving cash. That if they wanted to go down the permanent transfer route, it'd probably be easier to do two separate transactions, because I imagine City would want to get a sell-on fee included and also a buyback clause in there, just like we have done with Gavin Bazunu as well. But that is me merely speculating on this. Now, from my own personal point of view, my opinion on this, I personally feel that a loan move for McAtee to Leeds, if they're going to promise him regular minutes there, would suit McAtee. It would develop his game. It's Premier League football. Getting 38 Premier League games under his belt would be good for his progress. He comes back to Manchester City and we can assess him around the first team squad. We will see what happens with regards to that. It is believed, though, that City would rather keep McAtee than lose him and keep him around the first team squad and continue his development that way. Now, moving on to the final story of the out, takes us on to an update on Riyad Mahrez. Now, Paul Ballus at The Athletic says that the expectation from Manchester City is that Riyad Mahrez, he stays past this summer. He does have 1 year left on his contract, and City will assess the situation again throughout next season. I think Riyad Mahrez he wants a long-term contract. I imagine he'll be looking at 2 or 3 years to be added to his current deal. And it seems like with City, they're having reservations about it. Maybe City willing to offer a year extension along them lines, and there must be other clubs out there that would be willing to put Mahrez on 3, 4, maybe even a 5-year deal, which I don't think is going to happen at Manchester City. I certainly would. I think Riyad Mahrez is worth at least an extra 12 months. If it was me, I'd be saying here's a 2-year contract extension, because his quality is a player that we don't want to lose. I just feel like he's a player that we don't really want to miss out on when it comes to Riyad Mahrez. So we will see what happens with regards to that. Now, moving on to the ins, we do have a bit of backroom staff update and an update on the new assistant manager's role at Manchester City. Now, it is believed that Enzo Maresca, he is going to replace Juanma Lillo, who has left Manchester City. He is going to take up a new job on Monday, as we reported yesterday, and it's believed that Enzo Maresca is going to be the new assistant manager for Manchester City under Pep Guardiola. Enzo has worked at Manchester City before. He was the manager of the under-23s team under Pep Guardiola. That was up until last season, where he then took on a head coach role at Parma over in Italy, and now he's going to be returning back to Manchester City to act as Pep's understudy for the upcoming season and beyond that as well. So I'd say welcome back, Enzo, and hopefully he'll have a long and prospering career on his return to Manchester City. Now, moving on to the final transfer of this update, takes us on to an update on Marc Cucurella, and this is very, very, very interesting. Now, Ballus at The Athletic says that Manchester City, they are going to be making their offer to Brighton and Hove Albion for Marc Cucurella. That's coming in the coming days. Brighton are believed to be wanting a big fee, a fee that is similar to what they got for Ben White last summer when he joined Arsenal. Brighton got £50 million for Ben White last summer, and it is thought that Manchester City are willing to walk away from Marc Cucurella if Brighton ask them for £50 million. That does mean that Manchester City are going to need contingencies to add to that list to potentially sign another fullback for our club. Now, Ballus has also said that Cucurella and his entourage, they do want to move to Manchester City. They believe that City would improve his game under Pep Guardiola and at Manchester City. They're happy for that, and they believe that he would get even better. It's believed, personal terms, no problems at all. Cucurella, he wants the transfer. The only problem, the only hurdle Manchester City face when it comes to this transfer is the fee that Brighton want, and Man City playing a very risky game by saying they are willing to walk away from this transfer if Brighton ask for too much. I reckon this is City's way of saying we're looking at 25 to 35 million pounds. We're not touching 40 to 50 million pounds because we don't value him at that. There's other contingencies out there that probably would be cheaper for City. We've already been linked with players that would be cheaper to our club to bring in, and considering you would think that Cucurella would be acting as a squad player to João Cancelo, who's going to be the left back at Manchester City, you would think, or when City want to rotate Kyle Walker at right back or want to rotate Cancelo, is when the minutes would come in, and paying £50 million for a player that is a squad player is a lot of money. We face that problem with Calvin Phillips, and we face this problem with Cucurella as well. And Man City, it's not a release clause. It means negotiations have to be done. So work is still to be done. As I always say, though, the summer is long. Anything can happen. There's always option A, option B. There'll be options C, D, and E. Like I said, the first ambition has to be to have these players in for pre-season. If we could get another player in before the start of pre-season, I think we've done very well. Then it moves on to the next target of having the player in before the start of the season, and you do have the fallback that it could go on past the start of the season up until the end of August, and there is a long time to go between now, the middle of June, and the end of August. Still a long way to go. Anything can happen. I'm going to keep you guys up to date every single step of the way with daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer transfer window. So if you haven't already and you want to stay up to date, first and fast on YouTube with the latest Manchester City transfer news this summer, make sure you have subscribed. Less than 50 subscribers away from 25k subscribers, which is my aim. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes once more is the aim. Also, don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What are you making of that Marc Cucurella situation? If we are to look at contingencies, what contingencies would you look at? Let me know in the comments below. And lastly, if you do want to become a member of the JSGC channel, then just go and press that join button next to the subscribe button. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.